I'm moving on to the next question. At 11:09, we got Anthony Russell. How do you avoid the person you're trying to set up for success taking your questions as undermining? Where are you at, Anthony?
Right here, sir.
So we have to make sure that we are asking questions that there's a key word there. It's earnest questions. And if our questions aren't earnest and we're just trying to think that we're going to outmaneuver them, our questions aren't going to sound very earnest, even though we might think we're Marlon Brando or Meryl Streep. We think that we're great actors, that we can pull it off, but they will see through that. So what kind of questions are you asking, Anthony?
Well, I was just going off of what you were asking. I've run into situations like that in the past when I served, and I was often accused of sharpshooting. And now I feel like it's ingrained in me that if you ask questions like that, that you're undermining your leadership. And I don't want to be perceived that way by any means.
Yeah. No one likes the sharpshooter. No one likes people that ask questions because they want to appear smart. No one likes when someone asks a question so that it proves that we have some knowledge that someone else doesn't have. Like, those are all bad things to do. So that's why that word earnest is so important. And as you break stuff down, you actually have to be asking an earnest question. And even then, you might want to run a little filter on that earnest question to make sure that it's not coming across as sharpshooting or coming across as I'm trying to prove how smart I am. So you need to run that thing like through the the double humble filter, right? The double humble filter, where you have to like make sure it's humble and then make sure it's humble again. Because you're right. If I say, like the too hard question would be like, Anthony, why would we even do it that way? Right? Obviously, that's not what we're going to do. Anthony, why are we doing it like this? Maybe a little less abrupt and a little bit more humble would be like, hey, Anthony, can you explain to me why we're doing it like this? But even that has a little tone to it, right? Even that has a little zing. Like, can you explain this to me? So, maybe we go a little bit humbler than that. And we're saying, hey, Anthony, you know what? I apologize because I know that you have been doing this for longer than me, but I just want to make sure I understand what it is we're trying to do. Can you explain this one part over here so I can make sure I can put it in context with everything else that we're doing? So something like that, where we're putting it through not just the humble filter, but like the double humble filter, so that we make sure we are not offending people. And once again, this is the indirect approach. And I know there's people sitting here listening right now and they're thinking, well, that's just going to take too much time. And look, wouldn't it be better if you just asked that damn question in the first place? And I know plenty of people nod their heads like, you just need to be direct with people. Man, I read something very, very interesting about that. It's like saying, oh, if you're walking through a forest, is it quicker to walk through the forest and walk around the trees that are in the way? Or is it quicker each time you hit a tree in a straight line that you break out a chainsaw, you saw it down and you drag it out of the way so that you don't have to go off your direct line of questioning. That's what we're doing, right? It's such an obvious example. And that's what it is. Because asking the direct question seems like it's the quickest way to get there. But what you're really doing is you're sawing down trees in the middle of the woods when you could just come around the side a little bit. So I think you got to run those things through the double humble filter. And the way that you do that is you actually believe what you are. You really believe that you have something to learn. You really believe, I said this about Leif the other day. When Leif was standing in the wrong position during training, and I asked him about it. I was asking him, and I was pretty sure I knew the answer, but there was still a little % chance that maybe he has a guy covering down on this area from an overwatch position. Hey, Leif, who's covering the left flank? And he goes, yeah, Jocko, I got 2 guys up there in that building. Oh, okay, cool, thanks. If I say, Leif, who the hell's covering that left flank? He's going to get mad. But if I say, hey, Leif, I'm looking at the left flank. Do we have anyone covering that? And he goes, yeah, I got 2 snipers up there. Awesome, man. Thank you. So look, that's what we have to do. We have to run it through the double humble filter. And we have to, if we can, what's even better than that is we truly ask a question that we are not sure about the answer.
Thank you, sir.
Anthony?
Yes, sir. Check the ego. Got it.
Check the ego all day long. But this is like one level deeper than check the ego. Check the ego means you kind of restrain it a little bit. But when you just restrain it a little bit, like the people see it at the cage door trying to get out. They can feel it, like trying to gnashing the teeth, right? But when you need to lock that thing down. You need to be like, get in, shut the door, put the soundproofing up, and be like, oh, I'm here and I'm ready to learn. So don't just check the ego, like triple check the ego.